can't breathe. That's what Eric Garner said as he was wrestled to the ground by NYPD officers. It doesn't even surprise me that these sorts of things are happening, and that's the worst thing about it. I'm not surprised.
I think what has scared me the most about the murders of these unarmed black men and boys is the fact that we know exactly who killed them. At this point, all they're doing is trying to justify why the victim did not deserve to live, and that's really, really, really terrifying.
When a grand jury failed to indict Darren Wilson for the murder of Mike Brown, I cried the entire night. I cried because he didn't deserve to die. I cried because that could have been my brother. I cried because I learned that it's legal to kill a black man for doing nothing at all, and that this country has not one fuck to give about justice for people who look like me.
My question for those that are content with the outcome of Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, Tamir Rice, Eric Gardner, and John Crawford, who seems to have been in the background of all of this, is how many people have to die in order for you to see that the system is unfair and unjust? Or are you content to watch the systematic lynching of your fellow man? You do not face the oppression every day when you go out, and you do not fear the presence of your protector. If you are stopped by a cop, it is a story to tell your family. We are stopped by cops. We are remembering that we have been told since infancy we have no rights. Anything we say can and will be used against us, and the media justifies our killers' actions.
It's disgusting the way that some people are treating it. The way that some people are trying to tell, by some people I mean white people, telling black people how they should react to this. It's not you being oppressed. How can you tell someone how to react to something that's happening to them, that's happening to people like them? When I watch the news, I'm seeing people like me beaten down, killed by the police. When you watch the news, you're seeing people like you doing those sorts of things and getting away with it.
I was really, really upset about the attitudes by the other people at my university on campus. They were constantly saying to me, oh, get over it. Why are you so angry about this? You're British, doesn't apply to you. Why are you upset? This isn't relevant to you. The law enforcement system of one of the most powerful nations in the world has effectively just told us that black lives don't matter. That is very, very relevant to me, and should be relevant to you too.
I think the hardest thing for me, aside from the fear, is feeling this uncrossable chasm between me and my white friends and coworkers. I mean, really good, kind, progressive people who mean really well, but just can never totally understand what this means and how this feels for me as a black woman. The same people who were raging on Tumblr about how unjust this all is, the next day were just back to their regular lives, tweeting about the AMAs and posting Christmas gifs, and I just couldn't understand how they could think about anything else. I carry it around like it's an anvil tied to my neck, and it's a weight that I will carry for the rest of my life. I felt and I feel so incredibly disconnected because I live in a world that systematically devalues people who look like me.
I do want to remind my brothers and sisters, find peace. We will find our solace, and that change will happen because we demand it. We will not forget the slaughter of our families, and we will not let this die. Do not forget the raw emotion that follows these decisions by those that just don't understand. Make them understand. Justice was not served, and as Americans, we will seek justice via the people. We are built on the idea that all men were created equal, and I believe in my heart that every American is capable of finding this belief for themselves.
My flatmate came into the kitchen. She saw that I was angry, and she was like, oh, you still upset? You still upset about that whole news thing? That less so made me angry, more so made me frightened. Not because of her ignorance on the situation, but because of the fact that she is able to be ignorant. To her it is just a news thing. she can turn off the news, she can close Twitter, she can log off of Tumblr. Meanwhile, my entire race has to sit and listen as we're told that our lives can justifiably be taken from us because he has a badge. We can't log out of this. This is our reality, and it really, really is frightening to me that there's a girl 2 doors down from me who lives in an entirely different one.
To the families affected, which is all of us here struggling, find strength. Do not forgive and never forget. There is only forward from now on.
Stay woke. Examine those unconscious biases that you carry in your head and in your heart. Ask questions. Talk to Black and brown people. Amplify Black and brown voices. When we talk, listen. When we tell you about our experiences, believe us. Our lives matter.